Today's ceremony is a culmination of a long-drawn series of events spread over 2 decades. As of today, the sovereign risk ratings in Africa are assigned by international rating agencies. These do little justice to the issues which developing countries face and African dynamics. It was in this background that discussions took place between the officials of APRM and CRAF. We thus believe that CareEdge and CRAF have the necessary expertise and bandwidth to collaborate with APRM in this challenging endeavor.
We're given this responsibility by our leaders in the African Union to say, set up this credit rating agency for Africa. The processes within the African Union have matured. The African Union has now taken a decision to set it up. So we are now at the stage of operationalization. And the way we are visualizing the process from now on is that we are diplomats, we are not credit raters. We are going to continue the diplomatic process within the African Union to make sure that the decision-making is concluded. But we are going to need a technical partner. The technical partner is going to help us now to set up a credit rating agency. And we see this partnership in that way.
The establishment of an African credit rating agency represents an additional opportunity for Mauritius and for the whole continent to highlight its strength. It will be of paramount importance to create the level of confidence required by investors. By working together and leveraging our collective strength, we can build a future where African nations are empowered to chart their own path towards prosperity and self-reliance.
I would like to compliment CareEdge Group for taking this big stride in the creation of a sovereign rating agency for Africa in Africa. This bodes well with India's own commitment to work closely with the African Union for creating capacities in various sectors and undertake development work that helps African countries to grow and become self-reliant.
Can you tell us a bit more why the African Union has taken this initiative and the interest on the issue of credit rating?
The African leaders are not looking for a sweetheart credit rating agency that is going to go around blessing countries and tapping them on their shoulders and say you are doing well. They are looking for a professional body that is credible, led by Africans, and that's going to ensure that you don't use weaknesses that you find in countries as a punishment and condemn them, but rather use those weaknesses to lift them, to assist them.
How CareEdge sovereign risk assessment is different from sovereign risk assessment by existing players?
The entire approach is built, number one, on transparency. Second thing is in terms of a localized approach. The third aspect is being consistently applying what we are supposed to apply in the assessment. And the last point is in terms of the authenticity of our assessment, authenticity emanating from the solicitation and the validation of the data.
Could you elaborate a bit more on your experience on handling the sovereign rating exercise for Mauritius, and more specifically the factors that were considered while arriving to that rating?
All our discussions principally focus on the GDP aspect, current GDP, the potential GDP, as well as the future GDP. So they always ask questions about the capacity of the economy to accommodate more investments, be it by the public sector or even the private sector. Is there a strategy put in place to increase GDP by increasing investments, by increasing exports? Or are there policies being put in place to address these challenges? So I would say these are the factors that we really have discussions with rating agencies.